this is the example in which we have to find out that the transaction T1 and T2 are view serializable or conflict serializable. Okay. So let's go the first one, which is called conflict serializable. So we have to find out the conflict for that. So what are the conflict? So when we have the last write operation, do we have the read operation after that? So you can see here, there is a write on A, then there is a read on A. Okay. And there is a write on B, then there is a read on B. So you see, here, this is the conflict we have. And can we say this one is a conflict? Writing on A will be done by T1, and after that, read on A will be done by T2. Okay. Means in between, there is no operation on A. There is only this operation on A. So what type of conflict precedence graph will get? T1, because of this, and then T2 to T1 because of this. If we have these type of graph and this precedence graph is creating a cycle, it means with this transaction, we cannot make the serializability or serial schedule, we cannot make it. Why? Because if we'll make T1, T2 as a serial schedule, so all the operation of T1 will perform first, then T2 will perform. So you can see here, this write operation exists, but what about this operation? This operation should come first and this operation should come after that. But because T1 is performing all its operation, so this conflict is not going to work. At the same way, if T2 is performed first and then T1, then also if T2 is performed first, so this read will be done by the database, not by the transaction updated data. So here also we have the problem. So you can see in a precedence graph, if we are getting the cycle, then we can say that there is no conflict serializability exists. Okay. Now let's go for view serializability. In the view serializability, we talked about three type of view. First one is who is reading the fresh data. So you can see here, T1 is reading data A first, as well as T2 is reading B first. Getting it? And if we'll go to the second view, who is reading the updated one? So T1 is reading B, which is updated by T2. And this read means T2 is reading on A from updated data. This is the second view. The third view is who is writing the last write operation? So you can see write operation, the last write operation on B is this, and the last write operation on A is this. Means T1 is writing on B and T2 is writing on A. So if we'll take the serial schedule T1 and T2, what will happen? All the operation will T1 will perform first. So when we perform the first operation here, who is reading the fresh data on A? T1. Who is reading the fresh data on B? T1 again. But this is violating. Getting it? Now let's go to the updated one. Who is reading the updated data? On A. On A, who is reading the updated data? Here, if you'll see here in this, T2 is reading the updated data. It is preserved. What about B? Who is reading the updated data on B? So T1 is reading the updated data on B, but if we'll make it T1 as the whole, so what will happen is all these operations will perform first. So B will read the fresh data, not the updated data. So this is violated. And the last one, if we talk about, because T2 at the last, this last write on A will be done by T2, it is okay. But last write on B will not be done by T1 because T1 will come first and T2 will after that. So the write operation on B will be done by T2 as well as write operation on A also will be done by. So all these view doesn't, we cannot find it. As well as if we'll make it T2 and T1, so this operation will perform, this operation will not perform. This view is not performed this way, it will be performed. This will view will perform and this will not perform. In that way, there is a problem. So this example, we can conclude that it is not view or conflict serializable. Okay, it is not view or conflict serializable. Now let's go and find for this example. Let's go for conflict serializability. Do we find any conflict here? Yes, this is one conflict. Write on Y, read on Y. Then this is the write on Y and this is the read on Y. Okay. This is the write on X and this is the read on X. Do we have any other conflict exist? I don't think so. We have any other conflict. Just recheck it. Read Z, read Y, write Y. And we have read Y. That is one conflict. Read on Z, then we have read X. Then write X. Then we have write Y. Write on Z. Then we have read on X, which is a conflict. Then we have read on Y, which is a conflict from this, right? Then write on Y, and then we have write on Y. Okay. So this is the conflict we have. How will make the precedence graph? T1, T2, T3. T2 to T3, there is one conflict. T1 to T2, there is another conflict. T3 to T1, T3 to T1, there is another conflict. If you see this graph, there is a cycle. So if we find out there is a cycle, it means that no conflict serializability exists. No conflict serializability exists. Getting it? Because here we cannot make any combination of T1, T2, T3 serial schedule in such a way which will fulfill all the conflict. Means if I'll say T1 will come first, then T2, then T3, or I can say T2 will come first, then T1, then T3, or I can say T3 will come first, then T1, and then T2, or can I say T1 will come, then T3 will come, then T2, or T2, then T3, or then T1, or T3, T2, or T1. Do we have any other combination exist? One, T1, T2, T3, T2, T1, T2, T3, T1, T2, T3. Then, yeah, so these are the possibility, right? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we make some more possibility here? So we have 3, right? So it will be a factorial of 3. 3 into 2 into 1, 6. So we have 6. Yeah. So we have 6 combination which is possible. Okay. So any of the combination can fulfill this requirement. If you see any of the combination is not at all, if you'll go one by one, because we have checked it with the help of precedence graph. So it is easy to check with the precedence graph. Do we get any cycle at one go? If we are getting any cycle, it means there is no conflict serializability. If we are not getting any cycle, then there is a possibility to get the conflict serializability. So we have to choose which one will be fulfilling the requirement of conflict serializability. It will be the serial schedule, which is equivalent to this non-serial schedule, and having all those conflict, we can say that this non-serial schedule is conflict serializable. But in this case, it is not. There are some examples in which we have to find it out whether they are conflict serializable or not. So it is your homework. You have all these questions that you have to find it out with the help of precedence graph as well as with the help of combination of serial schedule, that there is any equivalent schedule possible. So how you can interpret this? If we'll go for the first one, it says there are T1, T2, T3. There are 3 transactions. How the operation is taking place? In transaction 1, there is a read operation on X. In transaction 2, there is a write operation on Y. In transaction 2, there is a write operation on X. In transaction 3, there is a write operation on Y. In transaction 1, there is a write operation on X. Okay, so this is how it look like. How this will work? T1, T2, T3. There is also 3 transactions. First read will be done by transaction 1. Second read will be done by transaction 2 on. Then there is a write operation on X. There is a write operation on Y. There is a read operation. This is the same. Okay. No, there is a write at last. Here, there is a read at last. So there is a difference. Okay. You have to tell that this serial schedule is conflict serializable or this or this. So in that way, you have to find it out.